Before I get into specifics, I want to start as a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's my usual job is to be, for example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her. You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to
Bai Shi has always been very passionate. I'm sure she was simply trying to share.
Back to the topic at hand. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous I can go through the methods I use, all in a day's work for the traveler, Great. Then, currently, there are 133 Yes, I did try to make I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. First is the periodic meeting with the Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues right after that, there's... Yes, you do. You need to take travel time into account. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that... I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point? Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule. Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to... I'm grateful for your assist. If anything else is...
Take care, Lady Ningguang. Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this. Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule. With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair. I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, how strange. Now then, this item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chiao. Ah, yes. No, someone I've never met before. She's paying. Otherwise, tens of millions. That's right. Even at this, to be clear, I've never had. Time is very valuable. Gradually, it developed into a Yes, that sums it up. Naturally, for anyone look. As for how much my insight is worth, you're a very lucky person. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of mora. There's no need to be nervous, of course. Did you organize this entire breakfast? Uh-huh. I know what's going on, then. Please, sit. What do you think? Still, I'm happy to see that on occasion, usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There's an awful lot. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself. Relax, I'm just joking. Baishar probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation. Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same... Well, I'm done eating. We should get... I have some preparations to make first. I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? I already instructed Long... Thank you.
Hello, how may I help? Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. Here you are. Please give this to... Yes, this whole... Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. Anyway, you...
Did you get it? Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment. I believe you've seen this outfit before. It's one of my favorites. I don't think I asked you what you thought of it at the time, though. What do you think? Phew. Thank you. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident. Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now I don't know whether to take what you said earlier seriously. I never knew you had such a mischievous side. All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all.
Great. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of her. She happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited her to come along. It's a rare opportunity. Do you mind if she sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too. I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's... Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently, that's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. So?
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the two of you. Lady Ningguang, you haven't heard? Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding...
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity, even putting aside my official status as one of the...
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just...
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her.
Investment opportunities?
No, something else.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would... I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of lumen... So I would advise you to be
I see. Well...
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives. Making this a long-term, it's very difficult to say.
You think so too, huh? Okay, got it. If maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that... Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking...
Good.
Now I see why you were able... You think clearly. You are very...
You've been listening for a while. Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you? Ah, so you want to be my competitor. Well then, I suppose I'll... Or how about this?
I won't take up any more of your...
See you next time. I'll look forward to Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? I'm a little concerned. Yes, you're right. In that case, what's next? Ah, okay. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry. Hello. I'm here to collect the item.
Ah, Lady Ningguang.
Very good. Don't rush now. Yes, you probably imagine that Mingxi. The workers here are very. This time, though.
Lady Ningguang. We did.
That's fine. Yes, my informant's trust is of far. It's understandable, but things are a little different. And this only make. Thank you for the repair.
Oh, don't men.
Let's go and meet them.
Auntie Ningguang! Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads, but you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know. Well, this is... What about you, Nan?
Oh yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people...
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
My goodness. The heavier the boat, how deep a fully loaded vessel...
since Auntie Ning...
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from they said that when they get here, the price will go up.
Oh, really? Who did you hear this from? All right, never mind. So,
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up.
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you.
It was just a small favor.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb. Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so...
I must say, this is most intriguing. How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks.
All right then. Don't...
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games. I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do.
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her store—
It sounds like you underestimated me.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotional. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse.
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have—
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to— So we stocked up a huge stash of—
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from suddenly everyone with luminescent—
Oh yeah! As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a but not everyone has the capability to make greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up completely and catastrophic. The savings we worked so hard our whole life.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by—
Huh? But that means our profit is zero.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid—
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yeah.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines. But I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little—
Okay, so, shall we get this deal?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show—
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's— We're back. Everything—
Huh? Oh, it's the—
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ning I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do—
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
Well, since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess— But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see—
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at—
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come on!
So full of inner— Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two, but—
Nightlife here is so vibrant.
Thank you so very much, lady. Julie is out of stuff.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak. But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them. Now, they're much further ahead in their study. I think that this is beneficial to them. Yes, I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old, and Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ning. We're not gonna wait forever.
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Yeah.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you.
No.
Great. This is the traveler. She happened to be. Do you mind if she.
No, not at all. I've always been oh, I'm Luo Qiao. That's what I wanted.
Rumors?
You know. You haven't heard? Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the... And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch?
Interesting. The traveler is a even put.
Oh, yes.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on
Investment opportunity.
No.
Oh, but
If it were really, I had my secretary, so I would advise.
I see.
In my opinion, long term.
You think so too, huh? Okay. Maybe it'd be... Lady Ningguang,
Good.
now I see why you think clearly.
You've been listening for a while. Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you? That means you also have a good head on your If you are in need of Mora,
I won't take up any more.
see you next time. Right then. I'm a little concerned about the... Good. Then let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable... Come on. The auction...
Enjoy your meal.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready and...
Very good.
Huh? You want to...
Yes. Just in...
Then we'll leave the auction itself.
Have you attended an auction before? Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't... All right then. Check out the items up... It's about time to start. Yes? What is it? That's for you to make. It's precisely what makes... Until the bids exceed the value of the item. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a... Yes. The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 mora. That's 10,000 mora...
20,000!
30,000.
50,000.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
I'll raise that to 100,000!
120.
All right, 150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once?
170?
180,000.
180 once? 180... 180!
It's mine now.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next... You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything. Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted. Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans.
Huh? You want to know why I paid? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner... Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Well, did you find the answer yet? That's certainly part of it, but despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. You'll see shortly. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more. Every participant in this auction.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to...
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things? They are simply ordinary items. And there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the...
You! Fine. Yes, technically, it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do, but if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me.
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost... When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally...
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction, or to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of. So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the...
All right, fine. I guess I'll return. You drive a hard bargain, like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, He cooperated in the end. Good. The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative, so I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense. I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual at most. What do you think it was about the jade? Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains. Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with every piece of the jade, but in the end, it's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it. Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
My bow sounds in peak.
Osmanthus what? taste the same as I...